and welcome to this week's Oracle card reading for week commencing the 26th of March. We're coming to the end of this month now. I'm so happy that you're joining me here every week. It does mean a great deal to me. We are going to be pulling 3 cards this week to symbolise the beginning, the middle and the end of the week to see what energies are going on a global scale. So this is going to be the energies that are affecting the majority of us in some capacity. Of course, there are always energies that are affecting us on a personal level as well. And if that's something that you felt inclined to sort of delve into to find out what's energies that you're working with at this point in time, then I'll leave all the information in the description box down below this video on how you can go about ordering a reading if that's something that you are interested in. So let us get into our reading now. So we're being a little patient like we were last week, pulling our 3 cards to symbolize the energies of this week. So let's check out the card that comes up for us on Monday. So we have Archangel Metatron, Divine Intelligence. Archangel Metatron was known as an angel who, one of 2 angels who actually had a human existence and ascended to such a point that they became an angel. Metatron and Sandalphon both are said to have had this experience, and because of that, really what that is suggesting, that's a metaphor for the fact that this angel is very, we can work with this angel on a very human level, because this angelic energy understands what it means to be a human being and everything that comes with that, the joy, the pleasures that come with that, but also the challenges and the pain, both physical and emotional. And the word on this card is Divine Intelligence. So it may be at the start of this week that we are getting, I like to call them downloads, where we receive really inspired ideas. This could come in a number of ways. This could come through our dream time, that we get those inspired ideas. We may be waking up in the middle of the night with ideas, so it might be a good idea to put a pen and paper by the side of our beds if that does happen. It could also mean that we see reoccurring numbers or messages. So this is especially true on social media as well. You know, the divine can work through all kinds of mysterious ways. If we keep seeing the same numbers come up, it's about us looking into what those numbers mean. Numerologically. I couldn't even say that word then, I'm sorry. But also it could mean that, you know, we see a certain animal pop up on our feed, or we see a cat in the street, or, you know, things that keep appearing. It's about us taking those signs, is what they are. If they have appeared more than, you know, twice, it becomes a sign, and looking into the meaning of that. So if it is an animal, looking into the meaning of that animal. So divine intelligence really is us using that intuitive process, our intuition, to be able to decipher what God is telling us, especially if we've been asking for help, and then following those signs. And so it's really going to be more of an intuitive process at the start of this week. The signs could be very different for all of us. The way we receive the messages could be very different for all of us. But it's just to let us know that we are being heard, we are being listened to. Every single person on this planet who puts an intention out there, or who puts a prayer out there, it is heard. We are all heard, and we are all answered. And then our job on the other side of that co-creation is just to follow those signs, recognize them and follow them. So that is quite a big deal for the start of this week. As we move into the middle of the week, we have Archangel Jophiel, and the card is Freedom. Freedom. Last week we had liberation at the end of the week, and this week in some ways we're freeing ourselves up from any bondage that's been going on. So this could even mean that we have a house clear out, that we just get rid of things that no longer serve us. We take them to charity. We see if our friends or family members may want to use something that we no longer are using ourselves. Just freeing ourselves up from material things Not because material things are bad, but because if we want to invite more into our lives, then we have to release. It's an ebb and flow of energy. We may be feeling free in our relationships. We may meet somebody who we feel like we can really be ourselves with, and that can give a great sense of freedom. So again, this freedom is going to be different for all of us, the way in which we experience it, but it's happening. And Archangel Jophiel is this angel of wisdom, of divine knowledge, and is actually, for me personally, was the angel that really led me onto a spiritual journey in the first place. It's the first angel I ever encountered, and so I always have a soft spot for Jophiel. But very powerful angel, all about wisdom, all about learning, all about growth. So growth and freedom is a message for the middle of this week. And as we move into the end of the week, wow, we have Sandalphon. So we were saying at the start of the week that there was two angels that had once lived a human existence. They've both made an appearance in the spread, Metatron and Sandalphon. And the card is intention here. So setting our intentions, be very crystal clear about what it is we want. For example, if we want a new car, be very clear about what kind of car, what colour, what are the seats like, what is the model of the car, what does it smell like. Really allowing ourselves to immerse ourselves into the intention, but then most importantly, letting that go. So we set, I always like to say, this little riddle helps me with this. You set the intention, then forget the intention. Move our minds onto something else to distract our minds, because that's how manifestation really works. We put our crystal clear intentions out there, and then we move on with our lives and hand that over to the universe. It's almost like we're putting our order form in, and then a bit like last week, where at the start of the week where those signs come up, that's when we follow them. So a lot going on this week. So just to recap, divine intelligence, following signs, following our intuition, speaking to the divine, freedom in whatever capacity that comes in the middle of the week, and then setting our intentions at the end of the week. But I don't think it's a surprise or a coincidence that Metatron and Sandalphon, the two angels who understand what it's like to have a human existence, have both made an appearance in the reading this week, which I am feeling that means for us that we are being heard, not just individually, but on a global level as a human race. What we are saying, what we want, one of the big topics at the moment is how can we heal our planet? And a lot of people have been praying about that, and a lot of people have been asking for any corruption to end and for us to be able to really come together as a united human race and change the planet. And I think that this is a big message for those angels to appear to say, we understand and we are working with you, all of you, through that on an individual level and on a collective level as well. So I hope that you've enjoyed the reading this week. I so appreciate you tuning in. I would love it if you would give this video a thumbs up. If you felt inclined to leave a comment or subscribe to this channel, I'd be very, very grateful. Until we speak again next week, I'm sending you so much love. Have an amazing week. Lots of love, Alyssa.